about, bruv? 4-0. Can you believe it? Can you believe it, bruv?
Bruv, it's light work. Of course I can believe it. It's easy. Debo Origi. Debo Origi.
Oh my goodness. Bruv, I'm telling you now, yeah, I want to ask every Liverpool fan out there, for them, is that up there with Istanbul? Because I was ready to cry after that game. I don't know, my emotions just took over me because I wanted to be held for at least 2 minutes, bruv. I want to be held by Klopp. That's how I felt.
Do you know one of them ones when you go, someone's like, you crying? Nah, bruv. It's like, you know, than that, bruv. Man's got the dust in his eye. It's mad. It's actually fully mad. But nah, listen, I don't. You know what? People can say what they want about, you know, Barcelona this, Barcelona that. They're amazing. What a team! Listen, there's no denying that. That first game at the new camp, you watch it and you think, you know what? That's the quality. That's the difference. But I'm honest. I'll be honest as the day is long. I thought fixture done, finis is done, you're out. But to come to Anfield, you know, everyone talks about the special atmospheres and there's that. It's not obviously. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't. You know, nothing will ever beat Istanbul for me at the moment because it took us to win the trophy. But this game against Barcelona, Coutinho, Suarez. Do you know what? Suarez before the game, I ain't gonna celebrate it at Anfield. There's no need, G. No need. Don't worry about it. That's not a headache. It's not a problem. Don't have to worry about that at the moment, my G.
You touch on Suarez though. What I found hilarious was when all our fans were shouting cheat, 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 cheat. So, bruv, he's been playing at Liverpool for how long? We knew exactly what this guy was about. Like when he was doing his shit, I was literally just chuckling to myself because this is what he did in front of us, and then we was cheering him then. So it's nothing new to me what that guy was doing, bro.
Bruv, he bit someone. A new man said, nah, it's cool. He just playing. Listen, don't turn around and say cheat now. All of a sudden it bothers you. When he's on your team, you love it. But listen, I think it's just I could talk about this performance for days and days and days and days. For Alisson, don't piss me off, please. But just the moments of those minutes where you think, you know what, they're in, they're going to score, boom. He makes a save. It just makes him look massive. The Banda. Listen, words can't describe. Everyone's saying, oh yeah, you know, all the memes that are going around about Van Dijk, you know, with Messi, double up on him. But that's defending. That's defending. Mm-hmm. You know, in the first day, everyone's talking about, oh yeah, Van Dijk was so scared. But that's how you defend. You double up on the best player. That's happened against Hazard, happens against everybody. This game shows that Van Dijk is at that level. And I'll tell you who else it shows at a level that we didn't think he was. I'll leave it to you.
Joel Matip. Bruv, my guy, Joel Matip. I want apologies from everybody, bro. We said from ages ago that Joel Matip is a sick defender, but it's just the way he does his things. It doesn't look all that. But today, and from the last, look, no one's calling Gomez's name. I'm not saying that Gomez isn't a great defender, but Matip's role in this game was amazing. His decision making, that pass that he does straight into the midfield, he cuts open midfields as well. And his defensively work with and sort of relationship with DVD is unbelievable. I'm not even going to ask you today, bro. I'm not even going to ask you if you have a man of the match. Bro, everyone did their thing. Everyone. I know some of the performances of some players, the decision making was a bit off, but this team is incredible. And like I said, people always talk about, the haters always talk about Liverpool and trophies and all this kind of stuff. That whatever happens this season, you can go back as far as you want and say that team for that year was one of the best Liverpool teams ever. Period. That performance today was just something out of this world. And I said that I couldn't, you know what, if it happened, it's a miracle. I believe in miracles, bro. That is a miracle that happened right in front of us. I'm telling you, bro. I'm swear down. And like that, even the celebrations at the end, it was just emotional, bro. It was just emotional. Everyone just staring into the crowd thinking, what just happened? And if you're a lover of football, you would appreciate that. So if anyone's coming with any sort of hatred or saying, you know what, oh, you're still going to lose the final, all this kind of stuff, just those 90 minutes of football, even Barcelona fans were holding their scarves saying you'll never walk alone, Liverpool written on it, all kinds of shit. that was, for me, right up there with Istanbul, and I will never forget that night, bro.
The funny thing is, right, you know, when you talk about the fans and the special feeling it had for everybody, I watched it with a group of people today, right, with Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, Spurs fans. There was a few United fans in there as well, right? So it's just a mixture of people. And obviously everyone, when Divock Origi scored, they were like, hey, Kang, Origi scored. Yeah. Keep it moving, bro. But then all of a sudden it was, and then when it got to 2-0, everyone was like, hold on a minute. And then there was people that I'm sitting with. There's a guy who's a very good friend of mine, I know for a long time, Chelsea fan. But he gives me grief. About Chelsea, about Liverpool. He was with me at the end of the game. He was there biting his nails, saying, you know, when Barca had the ball out wide, and he was saying he goes, oh, get out to him, don't let it stop, and don't let him cross it. And he was saying, no, not now, because that's football. That's what football does. And like you said, it doesn't matter who you are, who you support, what wake of life you're in, or whatever. That today, that 90 minutes of football is something that you're never going to see. You won't see that again for a long time. Barcelona did it to PSG a couple of years ago. Liverpool did it against Borussia Dortmund. You don't see these things it doesn't happen all the time. But when it does happen, you just got to appreciate it. You just take your hat off and say, you know what, mad. It was mad. And like you say, Matip, the first goal, that ball they played out, that comes from him, that comes from his pass. The way Liverpool pressed for 90 minutes. I was knackered just watching him. I'm watching and I'm thinking to myself, I could see towards the end of the game, Mane was tired. And I said this to the guys, I was like, if he's tired, then you know man's putting a shift. And like I said today, like you said, decision-making from certain points, yeah, they're only human. But the audacity, you know, Trent's ball for the fourth goal, the audacity. It's not even, I think Owen said it earlier, it's not, for a professional footballer, that isn't the hardest ball in the world. Obviously, for me, I was like, oh, that's mad. But it's the audacity to put the ball down, to take a look in a massive game at Anfield against Barcelona, to think, I'm going to play the ball, I'm going to play it. And he played the ball, and that made Origi's mind up for him. But the finish is not a joke. That finish isn't a joke.
That finish was mad. There's people on Twitter apologizing to you, bro. There's fans on Twitter apologizing to Kang Jr. saying, look, we're sorry. Because we've been saying for a hot minute, yeah, we know Sturridge ain't doing that shift. Even though some of the decision making we said was a bit off, but that finish was mad. And then, even like I said, some of the hold-up play that he did in the first half was, I'm lost for words. Like I said, I've never felt so emotional after a game of football. And even if we had lost that game somehow, that you can never take anything away from this team from giving everything they had. And that was, oh man, I'm finished, bro. After watching Man City, I'm done.
And I'll be honest with everyone that watches his channel, watches his videos. When Company had the ball yesterday, I was saying, let him shoot, bruv. Let him shoot. Let Company shoot. And I was finished. After when it was just fluent, I was finished. And then in my head, I thought, I'd written this game off. I thought it's done. It's done. It's done out here. And so for me, I was like, league, pretty much. For me, I thought that was the game I was holding on to. Well, whatever, man, it's done. And then today, I thought, well, you know what? It's another one that I can't see us turning over, because I backed Barca to score. But now, bro, bring on Brighton, bro. Brighton will do the thing. I'm saying, watch that game tonight, Brighton, and you got this. You have got this. Do you know what I mean? You start to believe again. You start to believe in mad shit again.
Bro, listen, the hope is what kills us, yeah? So just keep it on the fucking level. But what I'm saying is, if you can beat Barcelona 4-0 and not let them score, then boy, Brighton can do anything. So like everyone keeps saying, don't give up until the final whistle, the final kick. We keep going, and regardless, like I said, I keep saying it. Whatever happens, for me as a fan, I don't. Someone might have a different criteria of success or whatever it is, but for me, this team, you go out there and you give 100% every single time. And as a fan, it's been such a roller coaster of a year, and this just tonight has summed up the whole of the season. Like there's some things like you can go win a final, and you would be happy, but you ain't gonna go through the emotions that you went through today. And all the team got together, and it was just crazy, man. I'm sure the Liverpool fans are popping off right about now. There's gonna be liquor going everywhere.
Mad. But the thing I'd say is, right, and obviously I'm not sure if people have seen it. I've been speaking to somebody specifically all day about what is deemed a success and all these things, and you know how Klopp's a loser. Listen, for me, worry about your own chips. there's a number of teams in that top 6, top 8 that are you know, oh yeah, that ain't good enough. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. It takes a long time to build a team that's going to compete, and I think that's where, as Liverpool fans, we're realistic. We're realists. We know what we were down. We were out. We were playing on Thursdays. Sometimes not even making Thursdays. Do you know what I mean? That's how it got. But we're now in a situation where that's our manager. That's our team. That's our guy. We'll back the guy. Yeah. If he doesn't, they've given him a long-term contract because they see what is happening. It's building blocks. You put the building blocks in place. This is a project. There's going to be 2 Champions League finals in 2 years. Just listen to what I'm saying. There's 2 Champions League finals in 2 years. It is not a joke to get that. To now go second in the Premier League, to go in the top 4. Getting into the top 4 is one thing, but there's no point getting in there if you're going to get turfed out early doors, because then you might as well not be in there. It's about the money, yeah, it's the money and the pull. But players ain't stupid. Players are now looking at it and thinking Real Madrid need an overhaul. Juventus are going to look to add this. Bayern Munich needs an overhaul. So just because you've made the top 4, it doesn't mean that players are still going to go to you ahead of those clubs, because they're the ones that are competing for major honours. And that's the difference. As Liverpool fans, we know, listen, we've seen it. We've seen it when we had Varane as running the line for us, as our main guy to get goals. We don't want to see them days again. And that's where Klopp has come in and he's made it progression, progress, get better, be better, be better. And his answer isn't just throw loads more money at it, because it doesn't work. You can't just keep throwing money at stuff. You've got to find your weakest areas and say, right, we need a goalkeeper. We need a good goalkeeper. Got that. Need to get a centre-back when I got that. The rest of these people, look at them. Firmino, Hoffenheim. He's played in number 10, Hoffenheim. Salah was a Chelsea reject, apparently. Mane was at Southampton. Shaqiri, who played today, who I thought was brilliant, by the way, worked great, the crossing, the deliveries. He was part of a relegated Stoke team. Wijnaldum, relegated Newcastle team. Matip he was on a free from Schalke. Alexander-Arnold was academy. Robertson, Hull, Van Dijk, Southampton. So these players aren't exactly people that you're going to expect millions and absolute millions. There's people you pick them and you say, right, okay, we work with it. So Klopp's answer it isn't always just throw more money at it. It's this is a philosophy and training makes these players better. That's how we've got to where we are. And as Liverpool fans, we're happy. We're progressing. We're going places. Enjoy the ride. We keep saying it. We enjoy the ride, and we are enjoying the ride.
Yeah, I think to finish up on that video, like I said, there's no man of the match for me today. The whole team is men of the match, whatever you want to call it. And to every single Liverpool player, I'm talking like the whole team, the staff, everyone. I'm talking all the way down to Moreno, bro, who just there sitting there giggling. Everyone should be proud of themselves. Like we gun certain players for certain performances, all that kind of stuff. But the unity in this team is crazy. To come on and do the performances that they did, and you can see the togetherness. So I want to say to all Liverpool fans from us personally is that, you know, you can do no more. You can do no more. Just keep going to the end. And I think every Liverpool fan will be super proud of whatever happens until the end of the season. But as Liverpool fans, let's enjoy this night. Get waved, bro. Forget about work tomorrow, bro. Wear your shirts proud. Swear down. There's no better club than Liverpool. I'm serious on this, bro.
And listen, bring on Madrid now, innit? Let's get to Madrid, see what happens. You know, if Spurs or Ajax, it's going to be whoever it is. It's a final. It was always going to be a tough game. But listen, it's not a fluke. Last season, people thought, they got their momentum. No, we've got there again. So it's progression. We're building blocks, and we're going further and further. And like you say, you know, this is our club, that's our team. We're happy with it. You know, for everybody else that wants to say or give their 2 bits worth, listen, just worry about your own shit. Worry about you get your house in order. We're happy with where we are. We're progressing. We're going in the right direction, and another Champions League final. One.
So to everyone, all the viewers watching, let us know your thoughts on this, and if you agree or disagree with anything that we've said. Enjoy your night, but don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and comment. Peace.
Peace.